Hello, Internet people! I've gone and changed my shirt, and if anyone's wondering, indeed I did go onto Wikipedia and update the information based on my opening of the last box of Q Continuum cards about the rarity of Mortal Q, and apparently I double checked. It looks like the Q Flash was also slightly more rare, or more rare than regular commons, but whatever. So now, after I've done that one, I've changed my shirt and I'm ready to do another unboxing of this box of Rules of Acquisition, which should be a much faster box, as I believe there are fewer packs, and these packs only have 9 cards. And then, so let's look at the box here. So there's Quark, and then, oh look, there's some Decora class ships, and there's Brunt and Ishka, and then see, that's Lita, Rom, Aaron Eisenberg, Morn, and Zek. So let's open this up here, and then there is a rule sheet. Okay, this is a much smaller rule. Literally, that's all the rule sheet is. And then on the back, there's just a card list. Looking at this one, no ultra rares or anything. That in the bottom half is just an ad for the Faho collection, and it's nice to see. I was never able to find any information about it online, but it looks like it was originally available for $80, and like 6 months ago, I bought one for $98. So it didn't really appreciate in value much, like most of these cards. So, alright, let's dive right in and see what we get. Although there's really nothing super special to be looking for. Although, let me update my documentation over here that I'm cross-checking and go to... Yeah, because this comes before... Yeah, let's see. This is one... Although the Faho collection came out many sets before. But alright. Not even really going to worry about it. Yeah, this one's a 130 card expansion. The other ones were 121, and they were evenly distributed with rares, uncommons, and commons. But this one... There is 50 rares, 40 uncommon, and 40 common. So there's a little bit more rare rares, but still pretty equal. And let's just double check here. So this is probably a Ferengi Disruptor. Just make sure that these are coming the same way I expect them to. Yeah, so an uncommon of the Ferengi Disruptor. Qual, gold pressed platinum, and then let's go. See, mission rare, mission. All right. I don't know how these are sorted out. Alright, so there's Nilva and the Scepter of the Grand Nagus. And then some Rules of Acquisition. And then alright, so this is after Deep Space Nine, so the Cardassians are their own affiliation. And then Berta. Okay, sure. See if we can get a Quark or a Rom. Alright. Okay. Here's an incredibly generic looking collect sample. And then, oh, right, so this was after, what was the name of that expansion? That was after the Blaze of Glory, where they decided to change starship battles from just your number is bigger than my number, therefore I do damage, to now they introduced casualties, and there's tactics, and there's all kinds of crazy math involved in doing battle. So then here's, I don't know, some Ferengi doing something. And then here's a regular starship. And then, oops, one of the Ferengi with the crazy energy whips. And then, oops, the Orion Syndicate bomb. Discard wonderful. Alright, so you can apparently discard gold pressed latinum to try to make that worth more money. And then here's an incident where you overload the Nor. Although, if your opponent isn't playing with Deep Space Nine, that entire card is pointless. But here's... Okay, so that's Ambassador Krasinski as a human, not the founder version. And no one else will get this but me, but I don't particularly care. I loved... that's Lawrence Pressman, the actor. I loved him in Angus, based on the Chris Crutcher novel, or novella of the same name, and starring the Green Day song J.A.R. because the movie was produced by Rob Cavallo, their producer. Thank you. Krunk. Yeah, his name's Krunk. All right. First rule of acquisition: once you have their money, you never give it back. A Ferengi pad, Ferengi shuttle, and then here's the Garumba. Quarks, isolinear rods. And then up, it's a fake. And now, and then, all right. Well, we just did that one. Did that. Oh, I don't believe we did that. There's a Solak. And then, a Hideki class, where they, right, where they turned one of the other studio models around and backwards. Right, up. There's Dr. Crusher on the guy who tried to steal all the Romulan, or the Ferengi research. Eighth rule of acquisition: never let family stand in the way of profit. Then Allura. And some Nausicaan bodyguards. Creighton. And then, you can try to negotiate for Tullaberry wine. Pretty much the only... Like, I loved how they tried to introduce the Dominion as bad guys, because they wouldn't allow the negotiations. And then you had to go through all that shit, and then it turns out, oh yeah, no, they're crazy genetic engineered freaks who are going to destroy everything. Alright, so there's Calandra. We did that. And then up, see, here's the cargo bay of your Nor. But again, if you don't play the Nor, it doesn't really matter. Employees of 211th rule of acquisition. Employees of the rungs on the ladder of success. Don't be afraid to step on them. Then Fool. And then a science class Romulan ship. The Quark being the center of attention. And Morta. And then I love these two. So the 34th rule of acquisition is war is good for business. Does anyone remember what the 35th rule of acquisition is? And I'm fairly certain it's in here somewhere. But that is, let's double check here. It's like, hold you in suspense if you don't already know. And it looks like, maybe it's... Oh, my bad. It's the 33rd rule of acquisition. Went down one. Which is peace is good for business. So you get it both coming and going. Alright, here's the vacuum desiccated remains. In a Ferengi conference. And then the first Ferengi we ever meet, or at least the first Ferengi we know is a Ferengi because they retconned it when Enterprise ran into... okay, good, there we go. Enterprise ran into a bunch of Ferengis, but they never said they were Ferengis, therefore it doesn't technically count. just like how technically, like spoilers for last week or 2 weeks ago's Strange New Worlds, where apparently Lon Singh, um, apparently if you stop and freeze frame and read her biography, uh, she was captured by the Gorn, even though Gorn First Contact doesn't technically take place until Arena. But apparently there were rumors going around, and at least no human had ever seen a Gorn, or at least confirmed Gorn, but that doesn't make sense now that I say it in my head, because Lon definitely saw the Gorn, and she was tortured by them and left in a ship to die. So she knows what a Gorn is, but it's not accepted as First Contact by the Federation. Alright, so there's some gold press latinum. Dr. Bortz. And then, yeah, here we go. So that's clearly the rare is Quark. And then Goss. And then the worst episode of Deep Space Nine is Chala the Game. And then, oh, look, you can do some gun running. Okay. Did we do... Maybe? I can't tell. All Ferengi look alike. No, they don't, but a lot of them do. Or at least a lot of them use the same headpieces, but then people's faces were different. So there's Dangerous Liaisons. And Quark's Bar. Oh, and the Ferengi who tried to buy the wormhole, or not the Bajoran wormhole, the Barzan wormhole. Ferengi Rules of Acquisition. And then a Cardassian. Alright, then you can conduct some market research. And then, an emergency evacuation from First Contact. And it was nice that eventually they started... Excuse me if anyone heard that. It was nice that they eventually, when they first got the license, everything only came from Star Trek The Next Generation. And then eventually they got the license to Deep Space Nine and the individual movies, and they put what it was from in the top corner. So I believe we did that, but I'll do it again. There's the cargo bay. We did that guy. And here's a Chula card. And here's Lamech. Parlenor. Oh, no, okay. My bad. It was the 35th, because here's the 30... I thought it was the 33rd, because why would you make one and not the other? But the 33rd rule of acquisition is it never hurts to suck up to the boss. And then here's the Emperor's New Cloak. Yep. There's two of the same card in the same pack. But alright, so there's Quark's Treasure. And here we go into all the duplicates. There's a Ferengi pad. And then, oh, okay. So here's a Dominion ship, which is generally the Jim Hadar and the Vorta. But, oh no, here's, the people we were trying to sell Tullaberry wine to. And then here's a Chula again. Which, oh god, that episode was terrible. And here's the 75th rule of acquisition. Home is where the heart is, but the stars are made of latinum. And then, yeah, see, here's a Krenum. Or a Karenum. Sorry, the Krenum were the Year of Hell people from Voyager. And then... And was that different? A Decorah transport versus a warship? And then, oh, here's the owner of Sluggo Cola. Like, see here, when I think Dominion, I think this guy. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. But then, all right, here's the Strange Bedfellows, which, like, how dumb was Winadami that she didn't recognize the most horrendous war criminal in her planet's history, just taking on a Bajoran face. Like, they got rid of his spoon head and his gills, and he's like, how do you not recognize that? Anyway, all right, so there's some bribery going on. Oop. And an incoming message for Rengi. Growl. Was throwing. Up, and there's the guy who was confused by Riker's crazy computer lesson in Rascals, where he just started making up bullshit. Here's one of Quark's waiters. Yep, and the daemon who observed the war games. That they kind of had to retcon out because that Wesley beamed the small amount of antimatter from his science experiment to the Stargazer, or whatever that ship was, that allowed them to go to warp for like 3 seconds, even though it was pretty much established that you can't beam antimatter. And ooh, there's the Starry Night and the Ferengi credit exchange. Yep. And did we do that? The rules of acquisition. Did we do that? And then, oops, Senator Kretak. That's nice. And then you can deliver a message to Ferganar, where it will probably be raining. Or, oh, that's what it was. Nog. Okay. One sec. And then, ooh, there's the Orb of Wisdom. And then up, Zek's stupid son. And then, oh, so really that may serve as Negus. So that leads me to believe that there's a whole gameplay around getting a Negus in play, which sounds crazy. So we did the tactic, and then up, there's the Federation Security Officer on Deep Space Nine, and oop, a Ferengi disruptor pistol or rifle, sure. And then, all right, you can do a runabout search for. I don't remember what exactly that's supposed to be. Then you can. Here's some more objectives to establish a trade route. It looks like we didn't do that guy who tried to set up trade routes, which, okay, that stays on target, and then gun running. And then, oops, that's new. Pell. And then another rule of acquisition, the 59th, that free advice is seldom cheap. that Ira Stephen Bear did produce and sell a small, I have it in the other room, uh, a small little handheld book of other rules of acquisition, including all the ones that were in the show, and then a bunch of other ones in this little book, like yay big, and maybe like, I don't know, 60 pages. You can look them up online if you want, and they're all nice little tidbits. So, all right, and then here's, oh, okay, Tenadol, and then here's Cassidy Yates. And then, the Ferengi that kidnapped the Troys. And then, you can play Dabo. Okay, yeah, so there were two. So there's the Marauder, and we saw the transport earlier. And then there's another Ferengi that I don't remember off the top of my head. And then, oh, how crazy was it they got that guy, whose name escapes me, but he is a major character actor in genre films. He played, he was on the X-Files as one of the Black Ooze aliens, or the bounty hunter, I forget which. He was in Enterprise as the main Romulan, who was beating up the Anar to run the ship that was supposed to be disrupting the coalition talks. He's been in a bunch of things. Those are two that popped to mind, but they got him to put beads on his face. All right, here's Kriechta. And then here's a point of contact that Picard called. Sure he did. Oh, and there's the guy that set off Kamala, as played by Jean Grey from the first set of X-Men movies, whose name escapes me. There's Nova, but then here's Vanessa Williams. And then, oh, here's a forced labor camp. And, oof. Okay, that's... See, I didn't like when they did Shield. That clearly, I don't believe, was ever seen on screen. But there's a plasma energy burst that's supposed to be coming from a Decorah-class ship. And then, so there's Box Science Officer. What? Sorry, Molly's being difficult. Did we do the named Creighton? Probably not. Oh, eliminated elect. And ooh, is that rare? Because that's the first time we got that. What do they call that? It is rare. That's why we didn't. Okay, so there's the headquarters, the Tower of Commerce. And then, oop, there's Marta. How do you make a facility headquarters rare? That doesn't make any sense. But who am I to complain about a game that's 30 years old that no one plays anymore? Oh, yeah, here's Omag, the arms dealer. And then, oh, the Ferengi who was trying to get Picard to give him the Toxu Tot. And then, oh, here's another rule of acquisition, the 47. Don't trust a man wearing a better suit than your own. Alright, just 3 more to go here. This one wrapping up pretty fast. And do we do? Oop. So there's Ishka. That's it. Oh, I'm knocking everything over. All right, hold on. Yeah, that's got to be rare. All right, here's Marg. All right, and let's see what we get in this last one. Oh, all right, I'll take that. So we'll end with Nog. Rest in peace, Aaron Eisenberg. Okay, so that didn't have any really fancy special things. But I think, you know, there are some sizable misses that we didn't get. Like, let's see, we probably missed. We didn't get Lita. We got Nog. But we didn't get. No Rom. I would have enjoyed getting Lita and Rom. But other than that, we got Quark. So I think we probably got the best that we're gonna get. So yeah, that was that. Next up, I'm ordering Trouble with Tribbles, and Mirror Mirror, and then after that, the Voyager, and then that should complete all these CCG unboxings. There's another sci-fi. We'll call it an unboxing. It's not going to be so much. You'll see it when it gets here, but that's coming with all those. We'll throw that in. But yeah, so there we go. That's that. Then if you're out there watching these, I want to say like and comment, but I don't. But just comment. Reach out. Say you watch these. Tell me what you like about these, because I just kind of throw these out in the ether, and I don't really know what's going on. So I just like and follow at the links below that I'm not going to put below, but you can find it. Just figure it out. But yeah, so let me know what you like about these things. Just let me know that you're watching these. Did you used to play this? How would you feel about these cards? Blah blah blah. You get the idea. Social media. I'm an influencer. Blah blah blah. All right. So that finishes this one. Thanks everybody. See you next time.